Hello guys, welcome to my video. So in this tutorial I will tell you how to make the old keyboard work with the overhead panel for PMDG 737 AGX. So you will need HIDMacros. This is a free software and it is an open source software that we need, and we need this PMDG 737 variable list. I'll put the link in the description. And then the third item that you need to have is the PMDG 737 offset mapping. So in this PDF file you will see the variables that we can use to get the value of the FSX control variables. So we can do some sort of action for the certain value. So this is HIDMacros. So first let's go to the script tab, and you will see there's a big text box, and just copy and paste this 2 lines of code and paste it to the text box. Basically this is how you do the scripting on the HIDMacros. Start with the const, which stands for constants, following the FSX control event for the PMDG 737 AGX, for example the battery switch. Basically with this scripting code, and we can turn the battery switch to on and off. And then after typing the FSX control equal, then quotation mark, and then hashtag mark, and then as you will see the FSX event number, which is 69633, and paste it, and then close it with a quotation mark also. And then we'll go to the PDF file. We'll do the same thing just like the FSX control event. So write the const for the constant and type the variable for the battery selector. So it will be elec_bat selector. And then after copy and paste equal, and H, which stands for hex, and as you can see for the elec_bat selector there's a number for the offset, which is 6475, and copy that number and then paste it after the letter H. And then after you're done with it, just click compile. But because I have already done it before, so I just click compile. And now before we proceed to the macros tab, I will explain you a little bit about the devices tab. So in this devices tab there is 2 keyboard. The Logit is my Logitech alt keyboard for the FSX overhead panel, and the keyboard number 2 is my laptop keyboard. So it's a different input, and the computer recognizes it as 2 inputs, not 1 input. So if you go to the macros tab, and as you can see I've made a lot of macros here assigned for the overhead panel for 737 NGX on my alt keyboard. On this tutorial video I will show you how to make a script for battery switch. So click new and rename the macros for the master battery toggle, and I'll rename the macro name as battery switch, just for example. And we need to set the trigger for this battery switch macros. So I'll just hit scan and then press the button 1 on the old keyboard. This warning is appear because I have made the master battery toggle macros before with the same key assigned for the trigger, so just close it. And then you can see this section below, say action. And there's 2 tabs, the predefined and the scripted tab. On the predefined tab you will see there is 5 radio buttons with different function for every button. we don't really have to care about this tab, but what we have to do care is the scripted tab. And now I will teach you how to write the script for the macros. So first things first, just follow what I'm doing here until the video ends. So first type L1 equal HIDMacros dot get FSUAPC int, which stands for integer, and this program is works with FSUAPC, which installed in the FSX, so you need FSUAPC, and then LVAC underscore bed.selector, and then comma, and on the PDF file you'll see the elect underscore better selector, there is byte, and next to byte on the left there is number 1, and that is the size of the byte. So write that number 1 next to the comma on the script code. We will type for the if function here. So if the value is 1, then blah, and if the value is 0, then blah. So type in if round L1 bigger than 0, then 2 spaces HIDMacros dot FSX event, and then take a look on the aviationallenfield.com webpage, as we want to scripting for the battery switch. So type in EVT underscore OH underscore elect underscore battery underscore switch, comma. Oh, there's something I forgot to tell you, and this is really important. So we need to have these 2 lines of codes. I'll put it on the description below, so you just copy and paste it. This mouse flag left single and right single is very important, because we use the mouse flag left single command to tell the FSX through HIDMacros to do a left single. Click on the desired overhead switch that we assign on the macro, so it's the right single. I've already done that, so just hit compile. Then continuing scripting the code. Next to the comma, we put the mouse flag right single next to the comma. Mouse underscore flag underscore right single. Then hit enter, and then set those 2 spaces for. And then if you want a notification display on the screen after pressing the keyboard, then type in HIDMacros.FSX text quotation mark master battery on, closing with the quotation mark also. Hit enter, else hit enter, 2 space, and then just copy and paste the script code above, but change the right single with left single, just replace it, and also copy and paste the FSX text script and paste under the left single code and change it to on and the above to off, because it's my fault, and close it with an if. So this is the basics of the HIDMacros scripting. You can copy and paste this entire code for another macros, for another buttons or switches on the overhead panel. That is the basics. Just change the FSX control event number for the PMDG 737 NGX, and also change the replace the offset with your desired command. After you're done with this scripting code, then just hit compile, everything will be ready for the FSX, and wait till the green dot is coming instead of red, and then just run FSX. And then if you have spawned on your desired airport with the PMDG 737 NGX, just hit sim connect and everything will be work as you configured on this little software. And by the way, what would happen in this scripting code example that I made for you is if the value of the L1 is bigger than 0, then there will be a right click on the battery switch, the battery toggle switch, and then a notification display will appear saying the master battery is off, or else it will be doing a left single click on the battery toggle switch and the notification display will appear saying the master battery is on. So basically that's what the script do when the trigger button is pressed. So I think that's enough for today's video. So please like this video and leave a comment if you have a question or critics or an advice for my next video, and subscribe to my channel to see for another tutorials or for flight videos and anything else about flight simulator. So I'll see you on my next video. Goodbye, have a good day.